He was completely burned, and some say he even had all of his vital organs removed. But to the doctor's surprise, he gets up and walks around his room.
Man, what's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the collective again. If you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. But I am going through the rest of the videos y'all have sent me. Some of the things y'all said y'all wanted to see, I am grabbing some of those as well. Give me some time. Trust me, it's coming. I seen the comments. I got y'all. From anomalies, undiscovered videos, Mandela effects, what else? I'm missing some underground cities in Tartaria. I got y'all. All that's coming. I will be getting that to you. But I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
I keep saying, whenever you are out in the midst of a large group of people, you have to pay attention. People that were at a festival in France were targeted and attacked with syringes. You heard me? There was a festival in Paris, France. They're saying that these people were targeted in more than 100 syringe attacks, where 145 people got attacked with a syringe at Fête de la Musique. And most of the people that this happened to were teenage girls. They're saying that the people that were attacked with these syringes noticed a mark on their body, and then they started feeling ill. Mind you, they didn't have any idea what was in those syringes. They don't know at all. It could have been anything. And check this out. 12 of those 145 people have been detained. What have they been detained for? What was in those syringes? See, but here's the thing. You have some sick people moving around here that's doing anything and everything to hurt people. And this shit is crazy. Mind you, it was thousands of people at this festival, at these events. And you know when shit like this happens, it usually starts a trend. Pay attention, man, because you can't stop what you can't see. I'm out.
So, how many of you guys have seen this in Roseville, New Mexico, y'all? They're not filming a movie. This is real life, y'all. People are stranded in their cars. There are people in the car right now, and they cannot get out. See the guy over here just trying to call law enforcement to see what they can do, but this is crazy, y'all. They can't even leave their cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Eugene Heathman with the Rio News. We actually have stranded people in cars slowly being washed away by flash floodwaters.
Y'all, remember we've been talking about these anomalous weather patterns just manifesting out of nowhere, y'all. The earth is angry. Look at this. And not to mention, it's hella windy out there as well, too. That water is moving with a purpose. This is crazy, y'all. This is like a movie, y'all. And you think that's wild. Check this out. This bridge collapses in China because it's been raining so much, and this truck is off the edge of the bridge. This man is stuck in this truck, y'all. I don't know how they're gonna get this man out. Oh my goodness. They're speaking Chinese. I don't know what they're saying, but basically he's stuck. So this man, I thought he was gonna help him, but he literally starts running away, y'all. This is crazy. Look at this, he starts running. Y'all, I hope y'all realize this ain't just bad weather now. We're in this shift now. I've been talking about it, y'all. Pay attention. The shift is here. Shift is here. We're in the midst of it. Pay attention. The signs are everywhere, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
Hey, look. For me, if I was stuck on a bridge like that, bro, oh my God, bro, I would be I'm telling y'all, I would be losing my shit. But you can't lose your shit because you move too much, bro. That whole thing going down. He very composed. Stronger man than me. I'll be the first to admit it. Stronger man than me. What's y'all thoughts though? Like the whole bridge. I mean, I don't blame. Damn, that's tricky because, hey, you gotta call authorities, and you gotta just pray and stay filming. And dude took off running because, I mean, think about it. If the other bridge if part of the bridge is already fell and hit the ground, what's stopping the rest of that part of that bridge from starting to collapse as well? Prayers to anybody affected by that. Prayers to that flash flood. That's wild. Damn, it's going down. That shit's crazy. See, out here in Sac right now, it's quiet. It's chill. It's about to start heating up, but shit, that ain't even really that bad if you really think about it. I mean, they chemtrailing, but other than that, like, bro, it's been calm. Other than, like, human activity, dumb shit with humans. But other than that, it's been cool. Man, prayers to everybody in the world. That shit is crazy.
Have you been feeling weird or off the last few days? So I am documenting this as Saturday, June 7th. So if you have been having issues since, say, the 5th, okay, Thursday, something shifted and you just feel way off and you can't put your finger on it. Something happened in our world that you need to be aware of. So CERN activated the Hadron Collider on Thursday, June 5th. What is this exactly? So what they do is they run tests on particle physics, okay? They are looking right now currently at how they can recreate the moment the Earth came into existence during the Big Bang Theory. They are looking at how to recreate specific particles to better understand matter, and they are also activating a lot of other things that they are undisclosed talking about as of yet, because they don't know what the results are going to be. So if you are one of those people in the last 3 days has felt really off, especially feeling like really spacey, time is not matching up, like you're feeling like, I know I lived my day, but I'm not remembering what I did, or you're having like blips or loops of just like time when it's like, what the heck is going on here? I don't understand this, right? Really vivid dreams are happening to a lot of people, and almost feeling like a timeline jumping experience to where your reality is not matching anymore. Okay, almost like you feel like you're going through a massive shift, but you can't logically put your finger on it. Okay, anxiety, fatigue, headaches, lots of pressure in the head, and especially feeling mental fog. Okay, these are all going to be side effects of what they are doing. Okay, what they do is not on a small scale. It is the largest machine on our planet. You better believe that when they start messing with these things, they are going to start messing with time. They are going to start messing with a time-space continuum. They are going to be adjusting a lot of not just the physical, but spiritual aspects of us being energetic beings and how we're responding to what they're doing. This is adjusting the Earth's magnetic field. This could very well be thinning the veil, and this could very well be opening things to dimensions we don't understand. So pay attention. If there's some weird shit that starts happening in this world, because every time this gets fired up, the big thing that starts coming across, the Mandela effects, people start noticing them more. Pay attention to your reality. If you're feeling this, ground as much as you possibly can. Try and logically look at explanations of things going on. And if you can't match those things up, this is definitely affecting you. If you have any questions or want more information, leave a comment. Have a good day, guys.
Man, y'all, I don't know. Hey, look, I just got the living shit scared out of me. My dog, I couldn't get him to come in. He woo, woo, woo. I don't know. Y'all take a look at it. When I was good until it started making a growling sound. Dude, I rolled. I don't know what the hell it was, and don't care what it was. I'm not going back out there. I'm not playing on this one. I'm tripping. Ollie, what are you barking at? That dog was barking hard. see nothing. Man, it's a full moon tonight, yo. Full moon tonight. I don't know what the hell he's barking at. I have no idea. What the hell is he barking at? What the hell is that? What is that? What the f is that, y'all? Oh.
Man, where that thing at, bro? You gotta pull that out.
So it can't get much crazier than this. In one neighborhood in Michigan, for 2 minutes, they had their complete phones taken over, and it stated that we are the Anunnaki. This happened in a military base previously, and it was reported, but on the sly. People went outside and all had the same thing happening to their phones. They looked around and they saw this huge plasma ball just hovering over the street. As they saw this plasma ball, it started to communicate with them telepathically. What it said telepathically was, "We are the Anunnaki, we are here to save you." And then after a couple minutes, it just disappeared. And their phones came back on. Do you believe in the Anunnaki? Do you believe that this actually happened? Was a neighborhood just making this up for notoriety and spam? I don't know, but I think it is interesting that it was reported to happen at a military base and in a neighborhood. Are the Anunnaki here? Who are the Anunnaki? Leave your comment in the comments section. Lockdown Universe out.
Look, I'm like 50-50 with it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm like 50-50 with it. Part of me think that that's Project Glue team, I should say, for entertainment purposes. Part of me feel like that's that predictive programming us to get used to that. And it's they doing it in certain I think they're gonna do it in certain locations. That's what I feel like. But then part of me also feels like, I mean, it could be the Anunnaki. Like I said, that 1%, we know what they is because we know what they do. We know what they've been doing. I mean, look at what they about to do with Diddy. They dropping some charges. Bro, forget all that. We know the guilt. We got the evidence. Just go get him. Charge his ass and sit his ass down. That's how I see it. Don't drop nothing. But he's protected by somebody, and that's a big business that he's protected by, if that makes any sense. And I feel like we know what that 1% is. The Anunnaki, we hear stories of what they may have done or how they split, one side good, one side bad, but it's like, it's real tricky. That's a tricky situation. My only thing is, if they say that they here to save you, I'm not even gonna tell nobody what to do. My advice, what I'm gonna do is not go where the 1% told me to go. So if the 1% say follow them, I'm not following them. I'm not even following the 1%. I'm gonna try to figure it out myself. But if I see the 1% being like, come over here, then I know what it is. You know what I mean? We know what it is. They trying to trap us to get us to come to them so they could control everything we do even more. New world, this for entertainment purposes. Let me know y'all thoughts.
What is this? What is this? I have never seen anything like this in my life. This is definitely a glitch in the Matrix. What the heck is going on in the world?
Did y'all see what just happened in China? A whole city wiped out by water. Things are really starting to look very revelatic.
That's not even a real word.
Yeah, I just made it up. But that seems to be the best way to describe this. 80,000 people evacuated and 50,000 people completely relocated. They're saying the storm surge of the water got to 36 foot or 11 meters. That's insane. I mean, could you even comprehend water going 36 foot like above your house? Who really knows what the problem is or why things are just so crazy right now? Our oceans and our bodies of water and our animals are literally suffering right now. This that you're seeing right here is an anomaly map. It takes the average temperature and shows you how much higher it is than usual. And this black means 5 degrees Celsius. And here's a different one, again, anomaly map, showing up to 3 degrees Celsius different than usual. Do you understand how bad that is? Now the whole Earth, anomaly map. Do you see, once again, the dark red, 3, 4, 5, do you see how much harder it is? And right here you can see 100 years of weather patterns. We are well above our highest top. And completely unrelated, not relevant whatsoever, check out this cool article. Pretty cool, right? And by the way, when you're arguing with trolls in the comments, just know they might not be trolls. There are bot farms all over the world. And they got narrative to push.
Yeah, you see? I'm glad I got to see that so I can remember. But I do got a question. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Tartaria over there near Asia and China, right? Asia and China keep getting hit hard. Like, China keep getting hit hard with storms to, like, reset them. Do y'all think... Because I kind of got this idea. And everybody's free to think what they want. But I'll be thinking that the Tartarians are some offspring of the Anunnaki. I mean, they build damn near identical. I believe that. But, I mean, like, if anybody else don't believe that, I mean, y'all free to disagree. Like I said, we still peoples. We still my peoples. We still family. But let me know if that's a reach to y'all. Let me know. I believe that. And what if they are? I mean, are they not wiping them out? If you believe in that. If you don't, it's still cool entertainment for you. But, like, let me know how y'all feel. She goes shape-shifting. She couldn't hold form.
This 2-year-old toddler was picked up and slammed headfirst on the airport ground by this unknown, random, grown-ass man for no reason, y'all. So in the video, you can see this man, like, inching beside the child looking at him like a toddler do. And then out of nowhere, this man just picked the child up and then slam him. This happened in Moscow airport in Russia, y'all. An Iranian mom that was pregnant with her 2-year-old son fled Iran to Russia to get away from the little conflict that was going on down there, just for her to land there and moments later for this man she don't know to slam her child. And now he's in a coma. Bruh, look at this man. This child did not deserve nothing that just happened to him, bruh. Shit is crazy, fool. I would have blacked out so fast, y'all. This man wouldn't have made it nowhere. He wouldn't have been able to get picked up by the cops. And no handcuffs. They would have came with a bag and a zipper. This child did not deserve that shit, bruh. And now as a parent, the way the world works now, you gotta stand right beside your child because you never know what be going on with people's brain. People is out here just losing it, bruh.
Man, prayers to the family and the baby. That dude would have been.
I just seen that the world's total debt just hit an all-time high of $324 trillion. Who's the world in debt in? Motherfucking Mars? The goddamn Anunnaki? An intergalactical big worm from Friday? And the craziest part is we don't even have this much money in circulation. The world's so motherfucking stressed out by all the debt it's in, they got the inner Earth's core rotating backwards. Literally everybody. The US owes $36 trillion. China owes $16 trillion. Russia in debt too. But the real question is to who? Who does the world owe this amount of money to? Like, bro, I'm seriously flabbergasted. Even if we did come up with $324 trillion, who will we be paying this money back to? No wonder why it seemed like the whole world going through a goddamn economy crisis. But y'all let me know in the comments, who is the world borrowing all of this money from? Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. But if you trying to get out of debt yourself, want to learn on how to print money with content, comment down below hub, and I'm going to send the resources in your DMs.
Let's hope for not a blackout nor a reset for entertainment purposes.
Now, do me a favor and say that one more time. What did you say?
So there was a video. The video was about a female inspector, like vehicle inspector down in Mexico, that found a semi truck full of children and children body parts and stuff. Somebody made a comment in there about adrenochrome farming.
Right.
And somebody had asked, well, what's adrenochrome? Because they didn't know. And somebody explained it is a chemical that your body produces at a young age. When it produces it more when you're scared.
Right, your body secretes it. Actually, there's a dosage you can get that's legalized. It's a watered down version, but the body naturally produces it. And it comes in adolescent children. Now, what did you say after that?
So then I said, what was Monsters Inc.?
Monsters Inc.
Because they scare the children to get the energy.
Childhood's ruined. I hate it here. But then it changes to laughing. But they saw the error in their ways. And they switched it to laughing. But yeah, I know, I'm sad too.
He's mad about that.
The dogs are sad. So my day was just ruined. Happy Wednesday. Now yours can be ruined too. I know, I'm okay. Thank you, buddy.
Of course, this could be many things, militarily, training, transportation. I will say only a few of them seem to be real tanks with actual turrets. The rest look like APCs. But the fact that they stacked these shipping containers around them too high, 2 and 3 shipping containers high, indicates they may have wanted it to be more private. We don't know. In fact, I would be surprised if this was the military, because the military is the least likely organization that would go against their own citizens, their friends, family, co-workers, families, etc. My concern is if it would be anything like the riot police who showed up to the Freedom Convoy in Canada, who did not have labels on their shirts, they didn't know where the Samdam they were coming from, and some postulate they were from the United Nations.
Do we think that that's enough in case a Red Dawn situation happens?
You really want to tap into some stuff, get up at 4 o'clock, and that's when you're most creative. So even if you got some problems, and you're trying to figure some shit out, and you need some kind of thing, get up at 4 o'clock and think about it. And you'll tap into it and bring you all the shit you need.
It's said that between 2 and 5 a.m., the veil between the third and other dimensions is the thinnest. And something magical happens if you calibrate your consciousness during that time by meditating. Or even thinking during that time rather than sleeping. They also would call this the witching hour in ancient times. Now, they've already done EEG tests where they put a bunch of electron reading devices on someone's head and get them to meditate. And they find that different areas of their brain lights up. It connects different neural pathways. It unlocks different thought faculties. The problem is that all of the stuff in the food, air, and water supply today lowers those innate capabilities that we're supposed to have, that we're born to be able to access, but it gets restricted from us because of the contaminants in the food, air, and water supply. And this is why the importance of detoxing and decalcifying your pineal gland cannot be overstated. Detoxing and delicious. Comment free below and check your DMs for details.
Correctly. Tonight I will do my part. Everybody will get flowers. I'll do my part to make sure that I put us on a high pedestal, man. Also, I'm gonna do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight, okay? None. Take your asses home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. I did it on a Monday. People gotta go to work tomorrow. No after parties. That's where shit gets slippery at them goddamn after parties. Okay? We're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot. Take your asses home.
I didn't even know you did that.
Diddy's charges or the predicate acts under the RICO charge are not being dismissed against Diddy. And now it's time to try to clean up some of the confusion that's happening from the mainstream media reporting on this and other people just like myself. So let's get into it. After watching my friend on here, the Kent Law Firm and Law and Crime Network break this all down, they believe that this is just the prosecution wanting to remove attempted arson and attempted, which means there's still arson and under the RICO charge. It's just going to make the jury instructions simpler to understand. The same thing is going with the aiding and abetting of that we also knew they threw out. They only wanted to say instead of aiding and abetting. Now at 2 p.m. there is a charge conference where we should be learning more about this because the prosecution's letter has honestly put out a lot of confusion the way they worded it. But after hearing the Kent Law Firm break this down and the Law and Crime Network, I assume what they said about the attempted arson and attempted just being restricted to make it easier for the jury to understand is the most likely probability. This is something that I will be watching to see if we have any more information throughout the day, because we do know that Diddy's lawyers were arguing about these specific crimes yesterday, saying that there was no evidence of neither one of them. But for now, y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Am I wrong if I say they shouldn't be throwing nothing out? There's no question to, bro, just we know what he's did. We got witnesses. Go, just sit his ass down. How much time he getting? Like, they going through all these loops and holes and all this bull. They going around bullshit, bro. Like, I need them to just get this man to sit. He did enough. He did enough. Y'all let me know. Spam y'all thoughts up. Confused, make it simpler. Man, this is what y'all do. Stop with all the extra shit. Just come direct with it, bro. Get his ass and sit him down. Let me know y'all thoughts, though. Some weird shit, bro. It's the shit we be talking about.
So Diddy might be coming home much sooner than a lot of people think. The federal prosecutors dropped a lot of charges today. Those charges consist of that arson charge and multiple S charges. Yeah, they dropped those. Now, everybody followed this trial, and we all know some things added up and some things didn't add up. But apparently, the prosecution felt the same exact way. They felt like they didn't prove those S charges. And even Diddy's team didn't let Diddy take the stand, nor did they call any witnesses to the stand for Diddy. Now, remember, Diddy has a RICO charge. With all of those charges being dropped, they might not be able to prove that it's a RICO case. And you know what that means, right? A lot of people were saying that Diddy might get life. This right here could change every bit of that. This right here might just make Diddy a free man. Now, my question is what do you think? Y'all think Diddy coming home? And how fast do you think Diddy is coming home? Because if those jurors say not guilty, Diddy is going to walk that day. Jump in the comments. Shit is about to get crazy.
But it's paranoid.
If he walked, bro, Ray J said it.
The prosecution in Diddy's case dropped key parts of the charges against the rapper today. So what that means is he's still hit with RICO charges, but prosecutors have narrowed down the list of alleged acts they're using to support it. The government says it has removed jury instructions for attempted arson and aiding and abetting. And this is because they're no longer proceeding on those specific legal theories to prove guilt. So basically, instead of saying Diddy did all of these illegal things to prove the charges, they're narrowing down jury instructions to say he only did a few of those things to prove their case. Court will be back in session tomorrow for closing arguments. Make sure to listen to the Trial of Diddy podcast. There's a new episode out now.
Who up high is calling that shot?
What if the Mandela effect that we all experience, where we remember things from the past, but yet they tell us in the present that it never existed, but we're like, I know it existed. And it seems like everybody remembers different things. Maybe wise because we don't all shift as a society into a different timeline. Instead, what actually happens is, how many times in your life have you had a very close call and like you were in a bad accident or something just barely missed you and you were like, man, I can't believe I survived that. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't survive it, and maybe you went and you passed on and you were given the option to come back. But when you came back, there's so many different parallel universes and so many different timelines that you're put into a different one. So it has slight changes in it, different from the one that you came from, and that creates the Mandela effect. I'm telling you right now, my grandfather had one of the original Monopoly games, and I remember it specifically. I was like 7 years old when I saw it, and he had a monocle. I also firmly remember Fruit of the Loom having a basket of fruit, 100%. But yet Fruit of the Loom was like, no, bro, never happened. I'm not saying that this is what happens, but what I'm saying is this might be a possibility of why it happens. Mary Jane Chronicles 2025.
What's crazy with that is he said with the bad accidents, I had 2 bad ones, and I always joke with my sister. Like, always joke with her. So when that shit come up, it's like, what, bro? I had 2 bad ones, and shit don't be the same since either one of those. Shit was changing each time. Oh, that's crazy. I never even thought of that. Spell y'all experiences, man.
New Mandela effect, well, new to me. And when you guys figure out what this Mandela effect is, it's going to blow your entire mind. When I heard about this, I was like, surely not. Like, somebody's got to be playing. Nope, nobody's playing it. Never existed. But if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, you're going to know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Let me ask you a question. When you were a kid, what color were you told that your blood was until it hit oxygen? Because if you're anything like me, you were always told that blood was blue until it hit oxygen. And then it turned red, right? Or am I tripping? This is just mind-blowing, mind-boggling. I'm fumbuzzled, like, my flabbers are gassed at it. The clear audacity. You gotta see this to believe it.
Why do all of my 6th graders think that blood is blue?
Because it used to be blue until it hit oxygen. If you grew up in the 80s or the 90s, I'm sure you heard this. Blood is blue until it hits oxygen. Then it turns red. I know I'm not misremembering this. Like, this was a whole thing. Because I used to ask why my veins, like on my chest and my arms, were blue, but my blood was red. And this is the explanation that they gave me. What is going on? Like, this is a thing. Or at least it was. Because according to Google, it was never a thing. No, blood is always red, regardless of whether it has oxygen. The red color of blood is due to a protein called hemoglobin, which contains iron. And I know that it was real because there's an Eminem song, and it references this. One of the lines in Eminem's song called Still Don't Give a F, and cut you so fast when your blood spilled, it was still blue. So you're telling me, even after this lyric is out there referencing that blood is still blue in the body, it's not real. It was never a thing. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. All right, yeah, let me know what y'all remember below, because I know I'm not alone on this one. I simply refuse to believe that this was never a thing, ever.
Look, I never heard that before. Shout out to Carla Elliott. She ain't been on the channel in a minute. She a legend. She a GOAT with it. Shout out to her. Go run her up. But I never heard that before. But, I mean, explaining it that way makes a lot of sense. The veins be blue, but the blood be red. That, I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm going to take that rabbit hole. And then I'll come back and tell y'all what I fully think when I take that dive. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That's a great one. That's a great one right there. I like that.
Basically, Disneyland Paris is saying that it's okay for a 22-year-old man to marry a 9-year-old girl. A 22-year-old man was arrested for allegedly attempting to marry a 9-year-old girl in Disneyland Paris. So basically in Disneyland, these people were trying to have a wedding ceremony where a 22-year-old man married a 9-year-old girl. And that whole shit seems strange because how was that even possible? Now, this 22-year-old man, he was arrested. The girl's parent was arrested. And some people involved with this ceremony was arrested. Now, when they were arrested, they basically told the police that they was doing this ceremony for rage bait. Yeah? Basically to troll the internet and have people get upset because a 22-year-old man was marrying a 9-year-old girl. But that's bullshit. And the reason it's bullshit because what 22-year-old man would spend $150,000 to make this shit happen? That's how much he spent to rent Disneyland, Paris, and make this whole ceremony happen. Mind you, nobody would have never known that this was going on, and these people wouldn't have got in trouble for this shit if it wasn't for employees at Disneyland Paris. So the ceremony is going on, and some of the employees see this shit, and they're like, oh, what the hell is going on? This guy is about to marry a 9-year-old girl. And of course, they called the police. Police came, they locked people up. Now, my only question is, what mother will allow her daughter, 9-year-old daughter, to marry a 22-year-old man? What mother would allow her 9-year-old daughter to joke like she's marrying a 22-year-old man? Then you have to think about this. He spent $150,000 to rent Disneyland to do this. What does that tell you? Most likely, 9 times out of 10, allegedly, he could have been paying for that girl as well. With all the trafficking that's going on in this world, that doesn't seem weird to you? That doesn't seem like that was about to happen? We are living in a wicked world. Pay attention to your kids and pay attention. Pay attention. I'm out.
Why are you leaning your head over it, Sharrett? Oh my god, the water's filthy as well? The waves ain't gonna reach the top of that, surely. Imagine if you're working up there, you've just had your first coffee in the morning, I'd get blown overboard. It ain't gonna reach the top of the telescope. There's no way. Or lighthouse. Somebody lives in that. Have you ever seen the inside? They're actually quite... Oh. This is what I mean. This is an underpaid job. Because guess what? It couldn't even pay me millions to be on that boat. Millions! Yeah, it's flooding! It's like me when I'm washing up stuff in the sink, or when I start washing a teaspoon and it starts spraying back at me. Silly thing. Oh my god, it's still going. I can't be dealing with this. It's the hottest day of the planet at the moment. Well, not the planet, maybe just the UK, but it's hot enough. Hottest day of the year. Oh my elevated water goodness. You are...
And them waves is hitting.
One of the craziest Mandela effects I've ever seen.
Back in the VMAs, Miley Cyrus was hosting VMAs. She was like doing a call out to everybody in the crowd. They're like, oh, we got The Weeknd. Oh yeah, we got Justin Bieber. Yeah. And then one of them, she said, and this was what made headlines. Yeah. Where she said, shout out ASAP Rocker.
Travis Scott, no?
No, not Travis Scott.
Okay.
But remember when she said,
Oh, ASAP Rocker. Yeah.
ASAP Rocker.
Yeah, but
yo.
And then he went like,
yeah. And then ASAP Rocky's like, stop it. So there's a Mandela effect.
What?
With ASAP Rocky. What do you remember?
What he was wearing?
No, not even that. Plot twist, she never said ASAP Rocker.
No.
Yeah, she never said ASAP Rocker.
No.
Everyone from our era, we all remember that shit.
What the f did she say then?
Look, listen.
No, there's gotta be AI.
I like your swoop.
The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And they're all cheesed. Remember this?
Yeah.
And ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Rocky. She just said ASAP Rocky.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
Sound like they... Yeah.
I need someone to explain this, because wasn't this like last year? Because this is from like the early 2000s. I found this old book of mine from when I was like a little kid. And yeah, what is this?
How we know that's a Mandela effect? How many went to McDonald's as a kid and got that? I think it was a cup. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was a cup. And it said 100 years on the bottom. How many of you guys remember? How many of anybody watching this right now remember that being a toy you would get from McDonald's when you got the Happy Meals? How many remember that? You had to be in the 90s though. Let me know.
What is this?
So great. Facts. That is for sure facts.
June 5th, CERN is firing up the biggest machine on Earth, not to build anything, to mess with particle, frequency, and maybe even space-time. They say it's just machine development, but let's be real. Every time CERN powers up, weird shit follows. Energy shifts, Mandela effect, dream download, timeline glitch. Is that a coincidence? Or they're tapping into something they're not telling us? Pay attention to how you feel the next few days. Emotional spikes, vivid dream, repeating number, that heavy energy. This isn't just science. This is a spiritual tech, and we're all part of it, whether we know it or not.
CERN be trying to play God.
Damn. So for the second time in the world, the man has removed the Indian from his own land. Now, is this a Mandela effect or am I tripping? Was there or was there not always an Indian on Land O'Lakes? Remember sitting right there, right in that circle? That damn colonizers did it again. Took them off their own land.
Y'all remember that in there? I didn't look that hard.
This video was declared. He was completely burned, and some say he even had all of his vital organs removed. But to the doctor's surprise, he gets up and walks around his room. He can even be seen kicking his hospital bed. How is this even possible? According to many, this could be the first real zombie. Others say it's terminal lucidity, which happens before. But this happened after. And let's not forget, he has no organs left and was 100% burned to death. Eventually, he can be seen approaching the door. But as he crosses it, he then unfortunately passes away after. Is this something that can be explained? Or could this be something even more terrifying, like the world's first real zombie? Let me know your opinion in the comments below.
That would have scared the shit out of me. I'm so serious.
Do not sleep with your telephone facing you. Whether it's daytime, nighttime, don't sleep with your telephone facing you. Y'all, I'm terrified. Last night, somebody was watching me while I was asleep through my telephone. Now, y'all, I sleep with my phone on the charger, but it's like one of them upright chargers, and it's facing my bed. And I went to bed probably about 12 or 1 o'clock last night. For some reason, I really couldn't sleep. So I went to sleep. I'm a light sleeper. I sleep with the TV on. And I sleep with the rain and thunder sound on. So my room is quiet, all besides the little rain and thunder sound that I have on my phone. But my phone goes black or whatever. So when I was asleep, I heard like a microphone, like movement, like somebody was moving a microphone. And I thought that I was tripping. So I just laid there. And then I heard it again. So I woke up and I looked at my phone. And I saw a man with his face on the screen watching me. So y'all, I panicked. And I just jumped up out the bed like where he can see me. I just jumped up. And then I grabbed my phone and I turned it up toward the ceiling, like where he, where he couldn't look at me. And he said, come back. He told me to come back. Then he started speaking a different language. So I immediately started trying to turn off my phone. I turned my cell phone off. He was still on the phone. And he was speaking in a different language for probably about 30 seconds. And then it finally went away. I'm just telling y'all, I don't know what that was. That was the first time that has ever happened to me in my life. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. My blood pressure was 100/99. And I don't even have high blood pressure. The doctor was like, that's unusual. I just want to tell y'all, I need y'all to share this message. Please do not sleep with your phone facing you. Sleep with it on the back where they can see the roof, because that was insane. Y'all tell me y'all thoughts on this.
My phone's doing
Hey Siri, you want to make it even creepier? You want to make it even creepier? Watch this, right? So you can literally go, hey Siri, loud as you want. Hey Siri! Nothing happens. Uncover the camera. Uncover your camera. Hey Siri. See that? They're watching us. They're telling us that they're only listening, but they're watching. She won't even hear you. She won't even hear you unless she can see you. They're spying.
I don't know if y'all just noticed, but my damn Siri just went off. That's crazy. And that's crazy because I seen a comment and y'all said that y'all Siri had went off with the last video or a couple videos ago when they was talking about Hey Siri or Hey Alexa. Yeah, y'all, it was like, bro, my TV went off or my Alexa popped on. I seen those comments. I seen them. Mine just did that too. I know y'all saw that. And I seen somebody say it's happened before and on this channel. And it has happened before and it just happened again. That's crazy.
It said that this girl went missing back in 2001 after recording this video where she placed two mirrors together and something really strange happened.
Something really strange going on here, and if something ends up happening to me, I just hope that this video can maybe explain it. Okay, so I have these two mirrors in my room. As you can see, they're pretty normal looking mirrors, but I was cleaning and I had them kind of set up like this, and I noticed something really weird. Just watch. See, when you look through the mirror into the other one, it becomes like a window.
I don't know if people know this or not, but facing two mirrors together is something you just shouldn't do, and it's said to open portals or bring in really bad energies or spirits. Sometimes good, but usually bad.
And there's this huge warehouse, grocery store or something down there. But wait, it gets even crazier. Watch this. Now for the moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Whoa.
People believe that she entered the back rooms and she's an SPC now.
What the hell? What is this place? Hello? How far does it go? Oh, shit.
Y'all remember that clip? I think it's cap.
I think this is the spot. Okay, yes. This is it. So, here is the hole. I'll show that. Inconspicuous, tiny little hole in the ground. Honestly, just like a little cave or something. I don't know. That's what I thought it was the first time that I saw this the other day. I mean, it's out literally in the middle of nowhere, under this big oak. But if you actually take a look down inside, there are stairs down there. I didn't notice this before last time I was here because it was in a rush and it was a lot darker out, but it looks like these stairs used to go up further, if that makes sense. What I find really weird is that all the lights, these lights are on, so that tells me that there's still something active in. But then the entrance is so low-tech, is that here. I don't hear anyone, but the lights are on and I have no clue what I'm stepping into. day is about as far as I got. I haven't gone any further than this. I chickened out. Ran back up to go home, get some more space to record my phone, because that was really low. What else? What is the purpose of these things? I will say it's starting to get pretty cold in here. I just realized I'm gonna have to walk back up all these stairs. Smelling like cut grass, like above the wall. Smell even after. That's the chlorophyll, right? What is that? I think, is it a door? I can't really see. My eyes are all screwed up from the light of the phone. Supposed to be here. Desks. Not even sure if I can post this on YouTube.
That's how you know they had a reset, bro. He just went hella miles underground And that looked like a mall. Like the back room of a mall or something. If CERN is resetting timelines, who's to say when we go through resets, they now ain't digitally resetting us, or they might be doing a little bit of both. Like they flush us with storms, but they also removing us from one area to another. It's a simulation, holographic matrix, however you want to put it. That shit getting kind of weird. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts. That shit getting kind of weird. I don't even know how to get out what I'm trying to even get out, because this shit's so complex. Like they got it so CERN be twisting shit up. And I'm like, what if, who was once living there? Was it us? Did they reset us somewhere? I don't know, man. Any toy move around me is getting blown to pieces.
What happened to this man is arguably one of the worst things that could ever happen to you. This is known as the 1,000-yard stare, and yes, all these photos are 100% real. These photos mainly occurring during World War I and II, but there is more recent examples, of course. Known as the 1,000-yard stare because of what their eyes are saying, you may also know this in forms of shell shock. Now, what actually causes this is seeing something very sudden and extremely traumatic, such as in the war, where you may see people dying right in front of you, or traumatic events that you wouldn't even be able to repeat. Essentially being in an emotional shock that puts your body into this state where you can barely function. You've probably heard stories back in the wars of shell shock victims and how they were treated so badly as well, because we didn't really know that much about mental health and what to actually do with these people. We'd never really seen anything like it before. Nowadays there's a lot more treatment for this, so people can get the help they need. It's still absolutely horrendous and can leave people in ways like this, causing many physical effects such as headache, confusion, dizziness, falling all over the place, stuttering of words, insomnia, extreme anxiety, and sometimes even paralysis. So if you ever see a video of someone like this, just imagine what they're going through.
Damn, shit's sad, man.
But there is a history of near extinction events, and one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, you know, between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solera.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this. And so the question is, where's all this money going? The things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So,
in the United States?
In the United States, on all over the world. From 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Solera Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170. With a transportation network connecting them.
And what would be the purpose?
The purpose, if you thought you were going to get a near extinction event, So there, to me, there are two purposes. You have so many activities going on that you need to keep secret, that you're basically building the capacity to, for example, if you're doing a secret space program, you need to platform it from, things that can't be seen. But I think if you're worried about a near extinction event, that's.
So I know nothing about this other than my only window into it. I knew a contractor who worked on one in Washington, in the city of Washington, D.C. Right. And I remember him telling me about a power box, like a transformer box on Constitution Avenue that he told me, because he worked on it personally, was actually the exit, the egress from the White House. That was kind of by vehicle. I thought that was, I was like, really? He goes, oh, yeah, no, I installed it. I know. And I thought, well, that's kind of crazy that in the middle of this big city where I lived I was on Constitution Avenue every day, that you could build something like that without me knowing it. Under the VP's house at the Naval Observatory, same thing. I think most people know that. Next to my brother's house on Macomb Street in D.C. But that's, I always thought that was like preparation for nuclear war. Like, I didn't really think about it that much. Some of it is,
yeah. It's preparation for catastrophe.
So, but you think that there are facilities like that in other places outside D.C.?
Oh, yeah. So if you're interested, we have a great interview. I did an interview of Richard Dolan on underground bases on the Solari Report, and it's sort of an introduction to the topic, and it's based on a lot of the research of a guy named Richard Sauter, who is very hard to interview. So Richard kind of went through all the material, and clearly it's. I don't know if you ever saw, Washington Post did a project, it was in 2010 or 12, called Top Secret America. And one of the reporters, it was a team of 2 reporters, one of them put together a database of all the different top secret installations that had been built in the country, including since the Patriot Act. And what you saw was just this explosion of money in building so many both underground and above ground facilities.
Is it a victory for the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist? Or just a distraction because the P. Diddy trial began today in Manhattan? A former Bush official came out today and said that they spent over $21 trillion to build underground cities and military bases in case of an extinction event. This underground city/military facility, along with transportation, was meant for the rich and elite to stay in the event of an extinction event. She appeared on the Tucker Carlson podcast and explained where the money went. Take a listen to this.
But there is a history of near extinction events. And one of the things that I've looked at, because I'm trying to figure out, between fiscal 1998 and fiscal 2015, there were 21 trillion of undocumentable adjustments in the U.S. government. If you go to our website, missingmoney.solari.com, we have years and years of documentation, including the government financials that show this.
So my question is, all these cities that were allegedly built all over the United States underground, complete with transportation systems, no one came forward, no one dropped a dime. I know you could sign these NDAs, non-disclosure forms where you have to keep your mouth shut on certain projects, but somebody had to tell somebody, and somebody had to slip up somewhere. It shouldn't have took this long for this to come out and this to get exposed. Like I said, the timing is kind of eerie with the Sean Diddy Combs case happening in New York City right now, that trial beginning. Is this a distraction or a victory once again for the tinfoiled hat conspirators? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
This is crazy. A former Bush official claims that the United States spent $21 trillion building a secret underground city. Her name is Catherine Austin Fitts, and she formerly served as Bush's Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. He says that the United States government built this in secret in case of a near extinction event for the rich and powerful. She claims that this isn't just some underground tunnel, but that this is a massive underground city across the United States with over 170 bases. She even says some are under the ocean and that they are all connected with transportation. She started researching this in 2020 and says that on her website, missingmoney.com, you can go and look at the actual government financials and make a decision whether or not this is true for yourself. Now, there have been theories about this for decades. So are we finally getting the proof? As always, let me know what you think about all of this.
I mean, feel like the 1% or the elites or people who are just who have it like that financially, part of me feel like they running from something. And I say that all the time, like, are they really running because they at war with something else out there that they don't want to let us know, and now they trying to run this? Or are they running from the sun because the sun is tearing their ass up? I'm like, what is it? Is it the atmosphere changing? Is it because we having that shift? They can't live above surface, so now they're gonna have to go under surface, and that's what they've been planning for. It's a lot of questions, but we've been knew that they building these cities and tunnels and things like that. We've been knew that. Like, that's not something that we just now should be knowing. But I think a lot of us already knew that. And if you didn't, there's no problem with you just now finding that out. But like you said, it's either a distraction or it's not. And if it's not, we covered it. If it's a distraction, we covered both. We got the Diddy and we got this. I'm coming with both. So it's 360 degrees of knowledge. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate y'all, Collective. Even if you're watching on your TV or whatever the case is, I wish it was smooth 7. Shout out to the Collective again. I'll see y'all soon, man. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know what I'm